Mugs. I love mugs. So this video is going to be about me minimizing my kitchen. I have had a pretty minimal kitchen for the most part. I don't have too many dishes or pots and pans because I have been single and a student and living with roommate, but the main issue is that I am addicted to mugs. So I've laid out all of the mugs that I own over here, and I'm gonna go through and get rid of some of them, a lot of them. I need to get rid of a lot of them because a girl doesn't need this many mugs. So I'll take you on a mug journey where we are going to talk about some of these mugs, why I buy so many mugs, and you're gonna watch my heart break as I get rid of them. I'm gonna donate them. Somebody else could use these mugs so much more than I am. Honestly, there's some mugs that I own that I've never used. So that's how you know it's a problem. Let's dive into it. One thing that you need to know about me is that I love giraffes. I have always related to them being tall and lanky, and they're just my favorite animal. I think they're beautiful. So naturally, I have a fairly large collection of giraffe mugs. For example, there's this one, which I actually painted myself. It has a giraffe wrapping around and a giraffe print handle and orange on the inside. So this was a lot of fun to make. This was a great memory with some of my friends, and it's a really big mug, so it's a really good one to have around if you want a big old cup of tea or something. So this is one I definitely need to keep out of my giraffe mug collection. But I also have this one, which has a giraffe on it, and then it says, "Hold your head high." It's inspirational and it's nice and minimalistic, but this is one that's gonna have to go. And I also have this giraffe mug, which I love. It has giraffe print on the outside, but the really special part of it is that there's a giraffe on the inside of the mug. And that's pretty special, I think. And I love using this mug and getting to see the little giraffe peep out when I'm drinking a drink. Another thing that has really fueled my mug addiction is traveling. I decided to start collecting mugs from Starbucks. So if you're familiar with this collection, Starbucks does this collection of mugs that are from different states or different key places or cities. So there's all of the states, but then there's also like one that I have that's for the Magic Kingdom and Disney. So these mugs are cool. I was like, wow, this is awesome. I can collect all these mugs and have one from every state that I've visited. But I've started to get, like, I guess, bored with them because they are really boring mugs. They are all pretty cookie cutter and you can tell they're the same and they're kind of generic to me. So these are some mugs that I want to get rid of. I started instead buying like mugs that were created by local artisans or that like really showed the character of the place that I was going to instead of Starbucks mugs. An example of those more those mugs with more character that I've gotten is this one. So this is from Prague. It says Praha on it, which is the Czech spelling of Prague. And this is so cool. I love this mug. It was handmade by an artist in Prague. And funnily enough, I actually bought 3 of this mug. So I bought it once and was taking it back to our hostel we were staying at and dropped it, completely shattered the mug and was devastated. And then I went back and bought 2 more. So I got another one for me and I got one for my dad as well because he wanted a mug from Prague. So it's kind of like a father-daughter mug type of deal. So I love that my dad has the same mug as me, and I love that this reminds me of the summer that I spent in Prague. Another mug that I really love is this one from Yosemite. So when I was in California working for a photographer, I went camping in Yosemite. It was my first time camping in the winter, and it was like my first time as an adult camping, and it really sparked my love for camping. This is one mug that I've actually thought about repurposing, so I want to repurpose some of the mugs that I'm going to keep because I don't need all of them, but there's some that I still have some attachment to. So maybe I'll use it as like a planter or something like that, and maybe I'll show what I do with these when I decide to. Let's go through some of my mug mistakes that I've made. So as I have had this commitment, I guess, to getting mugs from everywhere I go, I've bought mugs that I don't even like just because I felt obligated to get one to remember where I was. So, for example, I have this one from Vegas. It's kind of cheesy. It's not really my style, and it was just because I was in Vegas and I needed to have a mug to commemorate that, which is silly. I don't think I've ever used this mug, so it's kind of ridiculous to own it. Some other examples are this one from Cocoa Beach, Florida. I love Cocoa Beach. It's where I first surfed, and it's where I've had some great family vacations, but this mug is pretty generic and not something that I want to keep around. Or this mug. So this is a funny story. This one's from the Christmas Village in Philadelphia, and I got this mug in 2013, and it says that it's the 2012 mug, but I got it in 2013 at the Christmas Village because this was cheaper than the 2013 mug. There were like leftover 2012 mugs. So it's not even representative of when I actually went to the Christmas Village, and it's kind of weird that the print is here and then the handle's on this side, whereas normally it would be on like the side or something so you could hold it and show the print, but instead it's over here. And I don't know about you, but I don't drink my beverages like this. So there's another one. It was kind of silly, kind of an impulse buy I need to get rid of. So I've counted them all up, evaluated all of my mugs, and I had 27 mugs, which is way too much for one girl to own. And I decided to narrow it down to these 10 mugs that are surrounding me right now. I am happy that I'm getting rid of some of these mugs. My cabinets were literally full of mugs. There's an entire 2 shelf spaces that were taken up in our kitchen by just my mugs. So I'm glad to not be such a burden on my roommate with having so much space taken up by my mugs. And I'm excited to be able to give these mugs away and let other people use them. So that is the end of my mug detoxing. Let me know if you guys have a mug addiction like me or something else silly like that you just want to accumulate. You just love mugs, or you just love pillows, or you love shoes, or these are just things that I'm looking at around my room as I'm trying to name things for people to love. But let me know if there's something silly you collect like I do, and I will keep you guys up to date as I'm continuing to minimize my life and declutter, de-stress my home. Maybe I'll do like a minimalist kitchen tour, but right now I'm actually in the middle of moving, so I am moving to a new place. After that, once everything is settled, then I can probably do something like that. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one.